And I'm finally getting to update number 5 of my Tenere vlog. And it's been a little while. I was waiting to get some stuff and to get it all put together because sort of wanted to work on it all at once. And I don't even remember exactly where I left off last time, so I'm going to kind of go over the stuff I just recently did and then give you an update on how it works. So I'm super stoked. Last time we did the tires, it made a huge difference. I was kind of surprised at the amount of difference the Kenda Parker, or the Kenda Big Blocks, I'm sorry, the Kenda Big Blocks made on the bike. And I put on the front, it is the 90-90-21. Which is just replacing the stock size. And then as well on the back, I put a 150-70 on the back to replace the stock size. And I'm thinking I want to put the 140 on, the 140-80-18. One of my least favorite things is the stock foot pegs, mostly based on how short they are. Well, Fasst Company has their impact foot pegs, and these were the ones for the Yamaha, which are the same as the dirt bike, but I really wanted adventure pegs, and look what I got my hands on. So you can see the difference in size right there, and that's going to be huge. So these are actually a little bit of a prototype right now, and I'll get those on, test them out, see how they go. So the big thing I got was the Acerbis gas tank. It adds a little over a gallon, but that gallon is precious. It just gives this bike that extra range that I'm looking for. The other thing that I did was I went from the older Acerbis skid plate to the brand new one, the one that actually fits the 23. So it's designed to go around the cat, unlike the other one I kind of had to modify. But it's one of the best skid plates I've ever put on, and it literally just pops up in there, and then you attach it to the stock, basically stock mounting points. Got my handlebars all super dialed in. So I have my flex handlebars, I got my Scott steering stabilizer. There was some discussion whether it was going to fit with the Acerbis tank. It's a really tight fit. I was able to heat the Acerbis tank up just a little bit and push it back to make clearance. So I've got a couple millimeters of clearance, and Acerbis, I notified them about this, and they're probably going to modify the tank. So the tanks in the future will have that little bit of clearance, but it just took a heat gun. It was easy to do. I'm loving the flex bars. I have Pro Grip rally grips on this bike, which they're foam. They're like lawnmower grips, and if you have ever used them on long distance riding, they're absolutely brilliant. I got some Acerbis hand guards up on the front, which mount really easy with the Fasst Company mounting kit, and that all went together. And then of course double take mirrors, which they're awesome because they just fold down out of the way very quickly with the loosening of a screw, and you get them out of the way if you want to do that. So pretty awesome. My bars are all set, and then kind of in conjunction now with having the Seat Concepts Rally Tall Comfort Seat, which is a one-piece seat, really nice. And then the Fasst Company Impact Foot Pegs, which are down a little bit and back just a little bit. So about 10 millimeters back from the stock position. Not only are they more grippy, they're much wider. And they just give your foot, especially on the right side of the bike, a much better platform. So now, I mean, I like the way this bike handled and the way it felt. And now all of a sudden, it's just way better because it's basically my cockpit. It's the way I want it to perform and handle. So seat's super comfy. My seat to foot peg is really comfortable. And then With the tank, which is bigger, it doesn't really get much wider. It kind of visually, it looks a little bit bigger, especially since it's black up here now. But in reality, when you're standing up, where you're putting your legs, it's the same thickness. Like these plates on the side are still the same, and there's really not that much of an increase in thickness here. It's a little more tall here, but you're never really here when you're on the bike. Maybe if you put a tank bag, it would cause it to ride up higher. But another nice item is this Acerbis chain guide that just bolts right on, and it can save you from a derailed chain. Overall, really stoked. The bike, now I'm starting to think about, do I want to do something to the suspension? Do I want to do anything to the engine? And frankly, I'm just happy riding it. It feels like it's mine. It fits now perfectly. So the foot pegs were probably the hugest change in getting to that point. That's my Tenere vlog update number 5. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll answer them on the next go around. Someone on our last round asked if I thought it needed suspension, and I thought it needed, a muffler and all this other stuff. It doesn't need it. Could it benefit from it? Sure. Is it something I'm willing to try? Yeah, when I get there. So right now, just out enjoying it and having a lot of fun. So we'll see you out on the trail. If you liked what you saw in this video, come check us out over at dirtbiketest.com on the webs. We have bike tests, product tests, a lot of fresh dirt, and you can even support us by clicking through our links. Hopefully, we'll see you out in the trail.